a little bit here because I I remember that the day started with
Well, we can start from the trial, which started at 10.
exactly, yeah. So the trial happened, and that was the entire morning and well into the afternoon, and then you went to Sanctuary, right?
Yes, where we screwed up horribly.
That's a matter of opinion.
And
Well,
then
actually, first you went to see Carl and talk to him for a little bit, and then you went to Sanctuary,
and then I think
you had like a nighttime
we came back
appointment.
to town.
Yeah.
And I think we reached town just as everything closed, like we barely slipped into the church.
Right. And then you had the ritual to bring Evelyn back, and then still like all in one continuity. From there, basically, you decided to head to the Chemic Works, right? There was no break between them.
We're pushing into the night, basically already.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't entirely sure if you really went to the Chemic Works right after the race dead. But then that's where we are. Yeah, it's pretty late now. And whoop, and you find yourselves in the upper floor.
I'm actually amazed to learn that I still have Summon Nature's Ally and Cat's Grace in my extracts.
Yeah, you never used those.
Yeah. Well, actually, you're not in the upper floor. You find yourselves in the ground floor of the Chemic Works. You have decided to go for the bold, straightforward approach of breaking and entering. Which turned out to be, well, at least not unreasonable, as it turns out, since you just found a stash of a bunch of chemical items. All of them apparently produced right here in the Chemic Works, and some of them, the bleach bottles to be exact, have the same labels as some bottles you found in Sanctuary. So there is some connection between these places. But then again, a hospital or a clinic of some sorts would most certainly buy alchemical supplies somewhere in the nearby town. So maybe this is just coincidence?
It's too many coincidences.
Coincidence, just like the flesh golem that was guarding the front door.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who doesn't have a pet flesh golem?
Yeah. You know, it's a reliable minion.
Ignore that.
Anyway, you are still... Where's the description of that room? There it is. You're still in that chamber that contains numerous boxes, crates, and bales of straw for packing. The doctor has opened most of the boxes, found and identified or recognized, basically just had to read the labels. A whole lot of alchemical items, grabbed some of them, and
to grab some more.
right. And Emaírel tried to double check on the room next door, making sure that nothing is going to surprise you from there, and found a simple stable that contains 2 stalls filled with straw, one of which holds an ancient horse just 1 step away from the knacker's yard. Slightly nervous to be disturbed this time of night, but it's not a threat. And yeah, besides that, there are just a couple of bodies. Couple? Is it a couple? Yeah, a couple of bodies in the storage chamber of weirdly looking deformed humanoids that look something like this, but not entirely, because each and every one of them looks like it's been cobbled together from different creatures. Not in a surgical sense, but in the sense that it looks weirdly mutated and just like an amalgamation of all sorts of different genetic heritage.
So similar to the ones that we just fought?
Yeah,
I think more gruesome, no?
Well, those are the ones you just fought.
These are the ones we just killed. These.
Yeah.
Well, we killed one of them.
and,
We let the others run away.
yeah, and if these want to run away, we probably won't stop them.
Oh, right, 2 of them ran away, right? But there's one still on the floor.
Okay, so it was not something else that's like...
No, not on the
stable.
stables. It's in the storage
Okay.
chambers where the bodies are.
Okay. Okay, so the stable has only one very old horse and
This
nothing,
body.
no.
How fresh is the body?
Well, you just killed it.
Ah, I thought it was a different one. I thought it was like a one that
No.
was already there. That sorry,
No.
wanted to compare.
I think last time, Arronax was collecting like the alchemical splash weapons, but he was only taking some of them.
Yes, he picked up 3 flasks of liquid ice. They very heavy actually, and right now he picked up 1 extra alchemist fire, so he now has 4.
Okay. So how many does that leave in these crates?
He picked up 4 alchemist fire.
Yes.
That's 8 more alchemist fire. And there's all sorts of other stuff too.
What do you mean by other stuff?
There are more little vials and pellets and sticks.
Sticks.
Yeah, smoke sticks to be exact.
Oh, Geier will take a look at those. These are interesting contraptions.
Well, these are usually used as a pranks back in the university. You just ignite one on this end. So Arronax points at it, and then toss it under carriage, and then you yell fire, and then watch how people run in panic.
So it's a smoke without fire.
Exactly.
That could have certain useful applications. I might keep 1 or 2 of these.
Yes, very amusing. These pellets and these vials here, what do these do, Doctor?
What do they do, Simon?
Well, Arronax explains to you that the pellets are similar to the smoke sticks. They are smoke pellets, small clay spheres containing 2 alchemical substances separated by a thin barrier. And when you break the sphere, the substances mingle and fill a 5-foot square with a cloud of foul but harmless yellow smoke. So it's basically like smoke stick, except the smoke only lasts for 1 round before dispersing, and you can throw it as a ranged touch with a range increment of 10 feet.
How many smoke sticks were there?
10.
10. Well, I'll grab 5.
Okay, each one weighs half a pound.
Oh, they're heavy.
They're kind of heavy, yeah. They're treated wooden sticks.
Well, yeah, and the fuse is made of especially what's the word? Also treated horsehair, so they really don't smell very well. Very good once you ignite them.
And there were some other vials?
Yes, there were, and the doctor tells you that it's also known as Alchemist's Ice, but that's just a layman's term. It is more accurately called liquid ice. Sealed jars of crystalline blue fluid that immediately starts to evaporate once opened, and then during the next 1d6 rounds you can use it to freeze a liquid or to coat an object in a thin layer of ice. You can also throw it as a splash weapon, and then it deals 1d6 points of cold damage, and creatures within 5 feet take 1 point of cold damage from the splash. So it's Alchemist's Fire with cold damage, plus the ability to freeze something with it.
Was there acid as well, or?
No, there were just these 6 bottles of bleach, but no acid, in fact. Although I'm sure if you're asking that, the doctor will point out that acid is a component used in the production of these.
And well, I still have some acid on me if you need one.
No need. Evelyn's gonna take a bottle of bleach for safekeeping. And then basically any of the alchemist fire or liquid ice that's left, she's just gonna scoop them up in her bag.
Okay. That is 12 vials of liquid ice, and if the doctor already took 4, then there are 8 alchemist fire left.
Did he take any of the ice already?
I took 3 vials.
Okay, so then there are 9 left of those.
9 of those and 8 of the fire. Okay.
Correct. And if you would make a note that the bleach is worth 5 gold pieces each. Because it's a non-standard item, and otherwise I won't be able to look it up.
Okay. Borg, Stag, Grimes, Bleach. It's worth 5 gold. And the liquid ice. Okay.
Emaírel is going to inspect the stables, see if anything turns up.
Okay. Is that the 31?
Yep.
Okay. You notice that the ancient horse apparently has some digestive issues, but other than that, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Any trapdoors upstairs? Because it seems to me like from here, there's no way of continuing inside.
From this part of the building, you
Yeah.
are correct. There does not seem to be any way up. It's more like an annex.
Okay, and to recap, on this double door, there's another double door, but a level higher.
Yeah, above that double door is a set of loading doors. So there's probably some sort of loading crane or something like that, a winch maybe.
Okay,
Up there.
and this is a door on the ground level.
Yes.
All right, then. Well, I guess we know where we have to head.
Don't you still have the eye active?
I do, but I believe I would need to crack open the door for it.
Oh, okay.
Or do I?
How big is this sensor?
We had that discussion last time. The smallest size category of creature.
It's fine. So that is half. Wait, where it is? Fine. Half a foot of a space, and a foot is this much, so that's typical height and length is 6 inches. Anthony, you have to help me out with that. Does it seem reasonable for something that's 6 inches higher to fit under a door?
It's basically palm-sized, right?
Imagine basically if it's standing up, it would be like the full length of your hand, roughly.
Okay.
If you extended your fingers.
Well, the annoying thing is that that's the smallest size category, so it's that size or smaller.
Yeah, that's the maximum. So I mean,
and I guess the idea is that it's really the size of an eyeball.
Well, it is described as the eye.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just the name of the ability or if it comes out eyeball
Well,
size.
I mean, it is invisible, right? The magical
It is
sensor is
yeah.
invisible, so I guess it's supposed to be the size of an eyeball. I mean, that would make sense. Hmm. Yeah, how about you roll a d100? And there's like a 70% chance that the door has a large enough gap at the bottom. What did I say? 75%. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you push your mind's eye in under the door, and you can see just like you can with your regular eye, right? As your eye sees, including any additional senses. Okay. So I'm just gonna open the door. It's not really open, but so you can look inside. And what you see is a large chamber occupying a whole side of the building, from the cellar level below up to the roof high above. Right behind the door, there's a stone platform that Emaírel is kind of standing on right now. And that platform is 15 feet above the floor, so the rest of this chamber, the floor of the rest of this chamber is actually at the basement level. 7 iron vats, each 10 feet across, occupy the majority of the room. Furnaces fuel the vats at cellar level, while at the ground floor level a series of planks have been laid across the vats to allow passage to a ladder that leads to an iron walkway on the level above. So that's the first floor level then. You can see the ladder here. And here.
It is okay, yeah.
2 ladders also allow access from the planks to the floor below. You can see one here, and the other one is, yeah, this one also goes all the way down. The air in the chamber is cloying and acidic, and that's obviously because of the giant vats, these vats here, that obviously contain some acid of some sort. The other ones smell like they hold bleach, and all of these chemicals are apparently still being processed.
Technically, he probably can't smell anything. Probably can only see things with this. I don't even think he can hear things with it, can he?
Including any additional senses you possess. Oh, but they probably mean visual senses.
Yeah, they mentioned dark vision and invisibility.
Yeah, I'm sure they mean visual senses then. But it makes your mind's eye water.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, you see that there's like 3 caustic things in them, and then there's different. There are 3 vats with some caustic material, and then there's 4 vats with some other caustic material. And all of them are still being processed, so they're not yet really highly concentrated, but it's enough to make the air thick with the smell. A whole bunch of these mongrel men are milling around the chamber, wearing cloth breathing masks and attending the vats. They are heavily scarred by acid, so they are an even more horrid appearance than the ones you've been fighting outside. 3 of them seem to be in charge here, and are armed, and in fact with clubs, and the rest of them are busy stirring the vats, tending to the fires in the furnaces below.
All right. So he's gonna relay all that and ask Do we want to face them? Try and
Not
drive
if we
them
can
away
help
so that-
it.
Yeah, not really, but so do we have an option? I mean, I suppose we could bust the door and yell at them to escape, but will they?
Oh, yes! We have the smoke sticks. We can pretend there's a fire and maybe they'll evacuate.
You're exactly right. I knew this university of funny things would be useful one day.
Ah,
We could also, as you said, attempt to scare them. Their friends were quick enough to flee when offered the opportunity to escape with their lives. Perhaps a little demonstration with the one that we've already dealt with would help to persuade them that they don't want to tangle with us.
I think it'd be best if they don't realize we're here all together, and if there's just a fire, won't think much of it, and they'll just flee for their lives. They look damaged enough to not want to further add burns to their list of many injuries. I'd assume they'd just bolt out of here and cause no trouble, without, having to deal with our theatrics.
Emaírel, can you see further at all?
I
Your ability.
can push my eye even further, yeah. But if there's any solid obstacle, it can't really pass past it. So I guess Emaírel will push his eye. I'm moving him around the scene, but it's his sensor.
Mm-hmm.
Need a little token for that.
Yeah,
Eyeball token.
we're looking for an eyeball as we speak.
Okay, so he'll relay that the room seems. Okay, so this is the. Oh, there it is. So you mentioned the ladders that go up.
Yes.
So is there like a trap door, or is it completely up to another walkway?
So I can show you by using the split the party feature. What could go wrong? Let me see. I think what I do is I pull your name over to this one. Yes, it does work. And I'll show you. Take your token. Take it over here. There we are. Does it work?
Yes, but I think it doesn't have vision.
It has vision, but it hasn't. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do.
60 feet.
There we go. Yeah, so you float up with your mind's eye, and in fact, there is a walkway that is sort of like a gallery of the main work area, and you see 3 more doors. 2 of them look like kind of office doors, or just room doors, and this one that you're hovering in front of now looks almost like like a door to the outside.
Okay. Is there any crack big enough? Should I roll?
Yeah, I guess there's a 70% chance again. Wow, you really hit the mark. Okay. You push through, and you find yourself in the loading bay. This is the room, obviously, that's overlooking the courtyard. It has a retractable timber and iron crane to lower goods into wagons below through the sliding wooden door. Presently, the room has only a few wooden cases in it.
Okay, so pop back out. and try the office doors.
Mm-hmm. Another roll. Okay. And this is a bat chamber, but it is as much an abattoir as it is a bat chamber. The room contains not only a four-poster bed, but also numerous workbenches and alchemical gear. The walls are lined with shelves and strange-looking objects and jars of liquid. Bits of rags litter the floor, and the air is heavy with the stench of spoiled food mixed with acrid chemicals. A ladder leads to a trapdoor in the ceiling. There is also a man swathed in filthy rags. A gnome, probably. And he is fiddling with the various jars on his shelf, mumbling. Well, you can't hear what he's saying, but you can see his lips move, but you don't see anyone he's talking to, so he must be mumbling to himself as he sorts through the various jars, opening some of them, stirring them with his finger, putting them back.
Okay, and like normal gnome, no deformities or anything like that.
Well, what's a normal gnome? Has there ever been one?
Yeah.
Well, he looks something like this.
Have you met a normal gnome?
Exactly. So he's kind of palish skin, but fiery red hair. Which,
Okay.
is kind of an odd look on him.
If there was a pop-up, I didn't see it.
It
Unless it
he's
was
on a
just for
different
Sam.
screen.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that's only because I split the party. But
Fair
because you saw it, Sam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay. The eye will pop back out.
And one more door, one more roll. Wow. I guess that door is left open. Okay. The room appears to be the study of a scholar. A roll-top desk with a leather chair stands against one wall, holding a variety of alchemical equipment and surrounded by hundreds of books piled on every available surface. A narrow cot is crushed into one corner behind a wall of books, and a door stands on the north wall. It looks like a combination alchemy lab, library, and bedchamber. It's almost fastidiously clean, except for the heaps of books everywhere. There's a large bell jar atop the desk that contains the alchemically preserved head and shoulders of a human man. And
so that's that's this.
no,
No.
that
Okay.
is another side that I'm going to tell you about in the room next door.
So, D&D Beyond. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
I was just making fun of Critical Role whenever they go to the Whisper Room.
I haven't watched Critical Role in a long while.
Yeah, I only
I am.
watched a couple of sessions of theirs.
I'm on episode 30 of like 12,000 episodes, so way behind.
However,
Anthony, you have your own 5e game going?
I do.
Are
Yeah.
you DMing or playing?
I'm DMing.
Oh.
It's interesting. I was actually, just before the game, I was prepping a map. Or infiltrating a foreign consulate in order to swap out some documents for other documents and do some espionage. So it's interesting.
That's 'cause in my campaign we were doing something similar. Well, not similar, but kind of like a Cold War era kind of thing. In that there's a wall, and my players had to go through it, and for that they had to retrieve some documents as a favor to the smugglers. It turned very John le Carré.
Okay, so before relaying that, can Emaírel make a knowledge check to figure out what that thing is?
Sure. Give me a second. That would be a knowledge planes check. Okay. But you do relay what you saw to them.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's
Well, I guess I wouldn't have had to take you to the room next door, I realized, because
yeah.
there was no reason for you to keep that to yourself. What Emaírel tells you is that he kind of ran into someone picking their dress for the night, and maybe you know the turn of phrase among like the upper tiers of society, who to wear for a gala or a big event. But this creature takes this more literally. Emaírel popped into his room as it was in the process of picking out a skin suit from a wardrobe filled with skins of various people, sizes and shapes. The creature itself, as Emaírel kind of recovers from the shock of witnessing this gruesome sight, is something that's being told in local folklore. It's called a skin stealer. It's a fey creature. In its natural shape, it looks like like a gaunt human stripped of its skin, and you can see its pulsing muscles completely exposed, as Emaírel had to witness moments ago. Yeah, it's a medium-sized fey creature, and Emaírel, you have 2 more fun facts to tell about it.
Any weaknesses?
Not that you know of.
And does it have any special senses?
A low light vision.
Okay. Well, between this person and the gnome who's covered in scars, I don't want to judge people on their appearance, but they seem like up to no good.
It's a fair assumption.
Recall the face that we found. Do you remember it?
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's a good link to this, yes.
We've still got it wrapped up in one of our packs, I think.
Oh, hey, it's an eye.
Large, disturbing eyeball.
It's invisible though. We can see it.
Yeah. So do we want to confront them?
Well, I want to confront those things that you described to us. I'm not very keen on confronting a horde of mongrel men. So
Is it possible we can avoid them? Is there no other way to
I believe
reach this room?
I believe we tried to figure out how to climb to those loading doors upstairs, but it wasn't feasible at this moment.
Well, I mean, if we do my plan of screaming fire, our skin changer friend might run the opposite direction, so we could cover both exits.
What other exits are there? There's the second story
Exactly.
door
What
that
if
leads.
he runs out of the front door instead of out here through the back?
And there was a trapdoor to the ceiling in the gnome's room.
But that's not how you would escape a burning building.
If it is a fey creature, who knows how it might escape?
And I believe we did see someone see us go in.
Indeed, they are already alerted to our presence, it is safe to say. Well, I'm all for attempting to avoid the mongrel men and seeing if we can't go in through the second story doors here. But, of course, I won't be doing any fighting, so I leave it up to you gentlemen to decide.
You know what my plan is. Emaírel, Arronax, it's up to you.
Did we manage to have any communicate with the mongrel men? Do they speak common? I think
They spoke an elven language, I believe. I recognized some of the syllables, though I don't speak it myself.
I think it was something like Elven, but not Elven.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. It definitely was not Elven itself. But yeah, it reminded me of that too. But I don't think
we
any
can't.
of you know it.
So we can't communicate with them.
Well, there may be jumping to conclusions there, but
we will certainly be able to frighten them.
creatures speak more than one language, you know.
I'm kind of split here. On one hand, like, if we are going to fight, then there's one person right next to the door. Emaírel is whispering and away from the door to not.
Yeah, I figured you'd all be whispering and not standing right next to the guy. Yeah.
So there's this guy next to the door that seems like in a good position to be kicked into a vat. But if we want them to leave peacefully, we don't want to needlessly antagonize them.
I mean, I wouldn't mind one or two of them falling into the vat.
The mongrel men, are they humanoid?
You mean as a creature type or in their general shape?
Creature type.
They are monstrous humanoids, so no.
Okay. Geier starts laughing and turns to his bird. Can you imagine all these things running around in the city? That'll make for some interesting stories, huh, bird?
Guards will clear them up eventually. So, I'm personally not against tossing a couple of smoke sticks inside and waiting for them to run away. If they run away, of course.
Well, if this is the plan you wish to attempt, then by all means, proceed. I shall be watching.
I could use Mage Hands to move one of the smoke sticks all the way to the far corner, detonate it there, and shepherd them out the other way.
problem is they'll see this door being open.
And would they notice a tiny stick kind of dragging itself along the floor?
Well, you would have to have line of sight for the whole trip. Hello?
Yes, we're thinking.
Mhm.
Mhm. It's a difficult situation.
It is.
It's like we're trying to find our path.
So okay. Here's one more thought. Should we try and speak to the one that's closest to the door and try to bargain with it?
While I am not opposed to this, I sincerely doubt in their intellectual capability to make reasonable decisions about their future.
Well, we were able to scare off 2 others.
And I don't think they want a fiery death surrounded by acid vats. We've seen they have some sort of sense of self-preservation. Don't think this would be the exception, and if the plan goes to shit, well, we're nothing lost, really. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay. In that case,
Okay, so, but I'm not sure I understood what you're up to.
I still don't think we know.
yeah, we are,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
we are almost decided to try to smoke them out, but
Okay.
we are still ambivalent about actually doing it.
I mean, if the smoke them out plan doesn't work, then we'll have to fight them, which,
Well,
is
I mean,
the
the
other
smoke stick's,
option too.
the smoke stick's only going to be a 5-foot square, so I don't know how much you're going to achieve with that, but...
Well, the
Just
smoke stick
fire,
is a 10.
fire!
Smoke stick is a 10-foot cube, but
Oh,
That's
never
not
mind.
much.
It's a 10-foot... Okay, it's a little more impressive, but, yeah.
Here's another thought. Doctor, I imagine you're very familiar with these, with whatever is brewing in these vats.
well, I
Do
mean,
you think there's any way of like trying to make it overflow or something like that?
well, I guess if you could dump a whole bunch of water into one of those acid pools, that would make them boil over for once. But can we?
Like something with one of the would the liquid ice react violently with the acid or bleach or whatever?
Will it, Simon? I mean,
Or the Alchemist fire.
the liquid ice would most definitely not, and the bleach, it's just not enough. Like those vats are huge, and throwing a vial or even a couple of them in there won't make much of a difference.
Okay. Well, I'm inclined to just try and speak whatever languages we can to the creature closest to us and try to bribe it to leave along with its friends. And if that fails, then we can always go for, smoke six or intimidation.
So, like, we open the door and grapple it, drag it outside, and close the door.
I was thinking more like just speak directly from the door. Like,
What do you have
hey,
to
you
offer,
want
though?
some gold?
So what is
Yeah.
what's your pitch?
Do you want gold?
Do you want to live? I'm kind of all for like trying to open the door and just yank the guy out and tell him, listen up, you're going to gather up your friends, you're going to get out of here. Although honestly, I don't know why he wouldn't just go back inside and yell at everyone to fight, so.
Well, we can try it. And if it comes to a fight, they're bottlenecked here. I'm fairly confident that we can deal with them.
Okay. Well, do you want to crack open the door? Go ahead and crack open the door.
So, yeah.
Guess we're doing this.
Yeah, at this point, Arronax holds one vial of Alchemist fire in one hand and a potion of cat's grease in the other. Just like breathing heavily.
Geier, you might want to step away from there.
Oh yes, good idea.
And maybe Lady Miss Evelyn could take a step back so that they can
That is
maneuver
lady.
around the door. Lady, okay.
Or mistress, if you prefer.
Well, maybe later.
Okay,
So
so you
we're
take
rolling?
position. You just move into position and
Emaírel opens the door.
throw it open, or you like carefully.
Just normal open, like you
Okay.
do in your own home.
I throw all my doors open.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah. Okay,
Best.
so you just open the door, and we'll go with initiative.
Evelyn's just leaning up against the cart.
Emaírel, Evelyn,
1 second.
Doctor.
1 second.
And Gaia. Okay, Gaia is actually the first one. You watch
no.
the door. You watch the door open. You could do something to prepare for whatever comes next.
I will prepare a change of trousers. I will actually prepare that. No. Days.
You ready that?
Yeah, I ready the days cantrip.
And what would be the trigger that you actually able to see them? I guess.
Yeah.
Because from where you are, you'd have a hard time seeing him. Okay. So if one of them steps into view, you're gonna daze them.
Days.
Okay. One of the mongrel men that is patrolling the boards of the vat notices the door open, kind of looks up, seeing Emaírel in the doorway. I mean, we're on the time scale of seconds here, so he's probably gonna take a moment to realize what's going on. Is Emaírel standing there, weapons ready and everything?
Well, he is holding, not completely ready. Like he has his.
Yeah, but he's holding
his
a weapon
arm.
in his hand.
Yeah, there is a weapon there, but it's not like pointy stick towards them, pointy
Sure,
end
but-
towards them. Yeah,
But he is holding a weapon. It's not
Yes.
like secured and everything. Okay. All right. That will be enough for the Mongol man. I'll give him a move action to sort things out, and then he'll use another move action. Start barking orders again in this strange elven language, pointing at the vats and the Mongol, the unarmed Mongol man, yelling at the one next to the door to turn around. Which you could tell from the body language alone. And that will be his second move action. Doctor.
Doctor, feeling the surge of adrenaline, will drink his cat's grace potion. And okay, and I suppose I still have move action, right?
Yep.
Okay, in that case he will he will step backwards 5 feet, and he will pull, as a move action, he will pull out an Alchemist, the liquid ice, from his bandolier.
Okay. The Mongol man near the doorway turns around, sees Emaírel standing there, and draws his club and swings at Emaírel. Bam. 10 to hit,
nope.
and he misses. And he again barks at you, yelling, saliva flying through the air. Okay, that means that's the okay. The Emaírel, you can see the Mongol vats and stoking the fires and the furnaces. They kind of look up towards the door just out of curiosity or reflex for a second, but then as soon as the kind of enforcer type barks his orders, they immediately focus their attention on their work again. And another one of those guys moves on the ground floor towards the ladder. And then it's Emaírel.
So Emaírel is going to take 1 GP, hand it to the creature, or wave it, or whatever, and say in all the languages that he knows, take the gold and leave, tell your friends. And for languages, that would be
In that order.
he'll start with Elven and Sylvan,
Mm-hmm.
then Common, Celestial, Draconic.
Okay. So once you get to common, so when you bring out the gold piece, you see a flicker in the eye of the Mongol man in front of you, and he's kind of confused that you're trying to defend yourself with a coin, and growls. And then you go through your languages. When you announce your offer in common, he smiles and he barks back, "I'll take it from your dead body."
There we go.
Okay.
Well,
So what sort of move would that have been? Or would that be a full round?
Well, going through all of your languages, I would say, is a move action, and getting the gold coin out is another move action. So I would ask you for full round.
Okay.
Evelyn,
Would they have the opportunity for a 5-foot step?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Free action. Sure.
Okay, then he'll take one step back.
Okay. Evelyn.
I would assume since we kind of did this at the ready, Evelyn would have already had the Wand of Cure Light Wounds out. She's got that in one hand, and she's probably got one of the Alchemist Fires in the other hand. And she's still kind of like hiding behind the cart, but she's gonna lean out from behind it. She's gonna toss the Alchemist Fire in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Not like actually trying to make an attack roll to hit the creature, just sort of in the general direction of the door, and she's gonna call out, "This whole place is burning down in about 5 minutes. You can leave if you'd like. If not, you'll go up with it."
I thought we were going to make a fake fire.
Give me a ranged touch, or not touch, just ranged. Just gonna say C5.
Change of plan, real fire now.
Oh well.
I don't. Hold on. What do I even roll for that? Plus my
Base plus dex.
Oh right. Okay. So +4.
And
It's a
that's
5.
And no, it's a natural 1. So that's the only roll that would make you miss. It is, what's the range increment on alchemical fire? Is that 10 or 20? 10. So that's within the second range. No, it's just within the first one. So it lands here on that square, which means Emaírel, you gotta give me a reflex save. Uh,
18.
18. So you
Should save.
Where is the direct heal deals 1d6 points for every creature within 5 feet of the point where the flask takes 1 point of fire damage from the splash.
It doesn't say
I-
about reflex save on splash damage actually.
Yeah, I think that's only for like for bombs and stuff where you get a reflex save.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, you didn't even have to make that save. You just get 1 point of fire damage as some of the burning oil singes your foot. Nevertheless, of
Whoops.
course, Evelyn's point remains the same.
Did she make an intimidation check?
Sure. Although that will be at a penalty with that display. Okay. Alright, even though your aim may be off, the prospect of fire seems to scare the Mongol man, and it's shaken. That's in fact for a number of rounds. Okay. Geier, you kind of had a hard time seeing the Mongol man properly, so your readied action didn't fire.
Yeah, there's a bit of fire along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Situation is heating up. Does that mean that my readied spell is used?
No, you don't use up spell set. You don't actually trigger.
Damn it, Miss Todd! I can't see anything from here.
You're the one who's
And-
standing behind me.
But the fire in front is not helping. And in his rage, he's going like, if we only had decent help around here. And almost by accident, while grumbling and complaining and, generally being curmudgeon-y, he will command undead one of the creature that was here in the stables.
What do you mean you will command undead? One of the creatures there.
One of the dead creature that we left here.
Yeah, but command undead lets you command already. Doesn't let you.
Oh right, it's like it doesn't work for corpses.
Doesn't let you raise.
Undead creature, yeah.
Yeah.
My plan failed. Okay, then still staring at the entrance. He'll keep on playing with this bit of wool, just kind of muttering like, "Come out, you bastard!" And we'll ready Dace again.
Okay. More orders being shouted inside, as you can hear. They're clearly not equipped to fight at range, so they won't. Okay, Emaírel, you probably, you can see one of nimbly navigating the narrow ways and the edges of the vat with practiced steps, swinging his club, moving in to melee. The doctor.
Should I actually be able to see inside the door, or it just creaked open?
No, Emaírel opened it, so.
Because I don't really, I see only just merely corner of the creature right now.
Oh, maybe it's dark inside?
I'm not sure what you're saying. The door is open, so.
I mean, I see this in Discord.
That's probably because inside it's dark. So there's no light source on the work floor.
I see. So I can't target the mongrel man with my throw, or can I?
No, not directly. You don't see him.
Wouldn't the fire on this square provide like just enough to see the outlines of the creature?
Well, but he is behind the wall till the door is kind of next to him, so he has cover anyway.
Oh well. Well, in that case, I will just target the intersection and throw another Molotov right into the door.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
I went for it.
You did. And it goes... Is it fire?
Yes, this fire at this moment.
Okay. Goes boom. And, but he gets a reflex save for that, right? Or what is that exactly?
Well, it is an alchemist fire, so...
It is an alchemist fire. Okay, so he takes one point of damage.
So technically it is out of range, so it takes penalty -2, but I'm targeting...
Yeah, but you just hit AC 5. Yeah. Okay, so the creature has been intimidated by Evelyn and attacked by you.
And, well, since I'm an alchemist, my splash damage is much more badass.
It is pulling the door shut.
That asshole. I mean, it's
Yeah, that was not part of the plan.
yeah. I mean, they was supposed to be bottlenecked by us here, not the other way around.
And there's obviously some commotion inside. But you don't really know what's going on. And Emaírel, your turn.
5-foot step.
Mm-hmm.
Move action to reopen the door.
Okay, strength check. $12. That will be +2. Yeah, the Mongol man on the other side is trying to keep it shut, but you wrestle it open once more. Open enough, but it's kind of, you're basically both still holding on to the door. If you let go of it, he would pull it shut.
Is there any way to attempt to bull rush him?
Yes, at a penalty.
Okay, well, Emaírel will try to push him this way.
Okay. So he's not really armed because he's holding on to the door, so he doesn't get the attack of opportunity. So just roll your combat maneuver. I'll think of a penalty and I'll apply it.
Is he still shaken?
He is still shaken, and that is well over enough. So what happens is Emaírel is kind of wrestling with the Mongol man. The door is going back and forth, until all of a sudden Emaírel lets go. The door slams shut, and then Emaírel opens the door right after and kicks the Mongol man, who was thrown off balance by that move entirely. And the Mongol man staggers backwards and plops into the vat of acid, screaming and starting to get seriously burned by the already quite potent acid.
And that's how supervillains are born.
If he has enough time, he'll just say that we do not wish to kill you, you can leave in peace.
Evelyn.
Evelyn's just, yeah, this is just classic whatever. I don't know what this is anymore. Evelyn's just content to, she's going to delay her turn.
Okay. Geier.
Well, actually, it's the end of the round.
Yeah.
Didn't you say
She's-
cure light wounds, or it's Evelyn's cure light wounds?
No, it's the Wand of Cure Light Wounds. She took it from Emaírel last session. If the doctor looks like he needs that.
Well, he kind of needs that. I mean, I have only 12 hit points left.
Okay, Evelyn kind of distastefully, like, ugh.
I know.
She sees him.
Yes, I can see that you don't take pleasure in this, but I'm grateful nonetheless.
And she's gonna use magic device to see if she can actually activate it.
She can.
Okay. So I think that's what, D8 plus 1.
Yep.
By the way, I wonder. Oh, that's nice. When you have magical devices like, well, one's often said to have like command word and something. So if you uncover command word, do you still have to roll magic device for it?
Yeah. I believe that's how it works.
Yeah, you always have to. So she taps Arronax with it. Maybe it's a little bit. It's a little bit more than a tap. It's a little more of a prod. And she heals with it. And she goes, "All right, go on, get in there."
Well, as soon as always. can't wait. Should I get like balls deep right into that acid vat?
Geier.
Emaírel, I thought we were supposed to drag them out, not further in. And Geier can't really see what was happening from where he was, but now he moves a bit further and catches a bit of the creature flailing its arms in the vat. And
am I the only one who can see anything in there?
Yeah, from where I was standing, I
can't
couldn't see
see.
shit. Well, now I'm seeing through the door, but before I couldn't really see. I could only hear.
Yeah, but Geier has dark vision. It
wasn't a matter of seeing. It was just the angle. Yeah.
So, Arronax is the only one without dark vision.
Pretty much.
Oh, I can't see a thing in there.
Nobody's buying that.
Anymore.
And but not wanting to go in to that situation, he will delay turn, see what the others do. See if the creatures come out or the others go in.
So you already moved, which means you can either
Oh, right, yeah.
use a ready action or skip the rest of your turn.
No, then I will ready Acid Splash.
But you do see one, don't you?
Is this not the one in the vat?
No. That's the one
okay.
that's balancing precariously on the edge of the vat.
Well, the thing is... that's perfect range. Yes, so... Because Acid Splash has a range of 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is perfect. So, yes. Going like, you like acid? And... flicking his arms, a stream of acid seems to materialize. Just a small orb of acid.
No attack roll.
Oh, I thought I had it. That was a roll, no? Critical one.
No, that the one is the damage.
Oh, that was the damage. I thought I had it set up. Right. How did I do a ranged attack here? Oh.
$21. Alright, so that little orb hits the creature, but it's layered with protective gear, so it only takes 1 point of damage. Working in an caustic environment like that makes you take some precautions.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, and then its turn comes up. Okay, let me see. Actually, even that 1 point of damage is enough to maybe throw him off balance. So let's see.
Oh yes, hanging precariously.
Yeah. But he makes his check, so that's okay. Okay. He then has to take another check to move over towards Emaírel and fails that one. Which means he wastes his action. He just kind of almost missteps, almost falls into the vat, and then tries again and moves whoop, 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 whoop over to Emaírel. Doctor.
That would provoke from Emaírel.
Because you have reach into.
Yes, he's wielding his spear.
Oh right, yeah. He could attack you from this square too. So he'll just stop where he just wants to get within range. So that's why.
Well, actually, like Emaírel threatens this square.
Oh, nice. Yeah, give it a go.
That would be a trick attempt. 21 to trip.
Oh, there it is. That's enough. But tripping is not pushing him into the vat, so I'll give him a reflex save, see if he can just kind of hold on to the edge of the vat, or make steer his fall that he goes in the other direction or something like that. Because you're not doing a bull rush, which would throw him in. Yeah, okay, so he moves into your reach. He's trying to get to that stone platform, but you immediately jut your spear forward, kind of yank his legs out from under him, and he tumbles forward and backward, and the best he can do is make sure that he falls this way off the edge of the vat onto the hard basement floor, taking 4 points of damage. Nasty cracking sound as he hits the ground, knocks the air right out of him, and he's prone down there.
Just put your weapons down and exit. We really do not wish to harm you.
We come in peace. Okay, now it's the doctor's turn.
Okay. So. I think it's time for me to use my last resort and summon some sort of nature's ally. But none of them actually have dark vision that I can see. So they to use as in the darkness. Senses low light vision, scent. Low light vision.
Do you want to delay?
I think so.
If you wish to delay, Doctor, I can help with your vision problem.
You can? Well, that would be a treat, I think.
She says and hands him a torch.
She
Okay.
readies more alchemist fire.
Alright, so the doctor delays for now, cursing because of the bad lighting in there. The mongrel man that's in the vat is slightly less shaken, because what gives you more confidence than taking 3d6 points of acid damage? Because you're immersed in it. Okay, so he's screaming in pain, struggling to get to the edge of the vat, and pulls himself out, and lowers himself down onto the cellar, down to the cellar level, and just kind of slides down the length of the vat, still dripping acid, still screaming, breathing heavily, eyeing the exit.
Emaírel is again going to interject and say, "See, I could have stabbed him as he exited, but I refrained. You may leave in peace."
The worker mongrel men see what's going on. They all look terrified. I mean, they look terrifying too, but they really don't seem to like what's happening. And for a second there, you feel like they're about to drop their various implements, but then the last remaining enforcer Mongolman starts barking again and runs over, balancing on the edges of those vats all the way over here, standing on that plank He first yells something indiscernible at his fellow mongrelmen, and then turns towards you when he yells, "If in common again, if you don't leave right now, the Volkswagen Grimes will kick you out themselves. They're both here." And he says that as if that would be a particular sort of threat.
At least we're not wasting our time.
Emaírel.
We'll take a step into the room. Okay. Well, I do want to talk with Frogstag and Grime, so don't stand in our way. And no harm will befall you.
"Oh, they'll talk to you all right," he says, and grins, hitting the palm of his hand with his club.
So he still looks determined to fight.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yes. Where is it? No. Emaírel won't do anything. He'll just wait for the guy to come.
Okay.
Wait, maybe you can take total defense just in case.
No, because I need to be able to take swipes of them.
Okay. Evelyn.
Evelyn is going to, I guess from right where she is, she's just going to cast dancing lights into the room. And try to get them as far into the room as she can see from where she's standing, which is basically, I guess, hovering in the air right over where that mongrel man fell.
Mm-hmm. What do dancing lights have in terms of vision? Is it like a torch?
There's up to 4 lights. They have to stay within 10 feet of each other, and they have vision like a torch. Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, it's a slightly large. If you spread them out as much as possible, they're a slightly larger area than a torch. But
Okay, it's basically a 10-foot torch.
yeah.
Okay, I think I have it sorted out. I think that should work. Okay. Is it a move action to direct them, or do you still have
Well,
a
I
move
mean,
action?
I can just cast them in there. I don't
Sure.
have to
Yeah,
cast
that's-
them next to me and then move them in. But she's gonna pull out her other wand with her move action. So she's dual wielding wands.
Okay.
Phrasing.
Okay. Since I have delayed, can I start again? Well, take my turn.
Yes, you can take your turn now. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, well, now Doctor can see where to cast spells, so he will summon Nature's Ally right behind Emaírel.
And he will start doing that. We agreed, right?
Yeah, it will appear on his on the next turn, and
Yeah.
that would be a dog, and
Okay.
augmented summoned dog.
But he still has a move action, right? Because even though it takes a full round for the creature to appear, it's just a standard action to actually use the extract, right?
I believe that's what we said we would do. Yeah.
But strangely, Doctor is not very keen on approaching it too closely.
I'll just got Emaírel up there.
Not alone, not for long. Well, Doctor will kind of step right here, and well, that would be it.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh no.
What?
What happened?
Oh good. Okay, it's just. Oh phew. All the tokens disappeared from my Roll20 page. Okay. Give me a second until it refreshes, and then it's Gaia's turn.
Geier is fine where he is, and he'll delay his turn.
We're just letting Emaírel handle this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine.
Weird, it happened again. I have to refresh again. Okay. So one of the Mongol man's turn comes up, the one that fell down, landed on the floor. He gets up and moves over to the ladder over here, and is basically right under Emaírel, or at the foot of the ladder, and Emaírel is top of the ladder. And he shakes his club menacingly at you, cursing at you in his
How
weird
tall is
language.
that?
It is 12 feet down, I believe. That's what it said. 15 feet down.
Okay, so he's definitely out of reach.
Yes. The one that was submerged in the or immersed in the acid and scared by Evelyn starts running towards a door in the east wall, and once his buddy hears his footsteps on the floor, he turns around and then he yells at him and spits after him. Okay, let's see.
Does it look like he ran away or he's going to get help?
Well, give me a sense motive. Kind of reflexively. You don't really have a clear reading of this. Obviously, the one with the club is mad at the other one, but you don't know if he is for not helping with the fight or for running away. You don't really know. All the worker Mongol men are still very much on edge, not really dare to flee and just stoically continue the work. The one on that plank over here rolls his acrobatics first, and then nimbly balances around and over to here.
Can he do that without provoking?
I don't think he can. No, he's already using acrobatics to balance.
It's gonna get a trip attempt.
And it is enough, because he really has bad footing on the edge of that vat, so he gets tripped and he lands in the acid, splash, and starts screaming as well.
Emaírel has no chill today.
Yeah, he came with a purpose.
Emaírel, it's your turn. Now that you've moved into the chamber and had some time to take in the fumes, you're gonna have to give me a fortitude save.
Oh. $12.
Spot on. It's exactly what you needed. So, you cough and it burns the back of your throat and it makes your stomach turn a little bit, but you power through.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get down. Okay, so can Emaírel climb down What's the safest way Emaírel can climb down and still can he climb down just 5 feet, the 5 first feet of?
But then you would have only one hand free, so you wouldn't be able to use your weapon.
No, the idea was to drop on the guy down.
Oh, okay.
Just take off some of the distance and then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you lower yourself down 5 feet using the ladder, and then you drop the rest of the way.
Would there be any sort of way to not just drop, but do a stabbing drop?
Vertical. Alright, so you're telling me you want to do a vertical with your
a vertical what?
Charge.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda. Okay. That's a fairly acrobatic move, I would say. If you have any other skill that you think would be more relevant, I'm all ears, but I think we'll go with acrobatics.
I don't think there's anything. Yeah. Okay.
Isn't that actually?
But he'll still.
Sorry, go ahead.
He'll still try. But he'll still try to shave off 5 feet of the distance so that it's not as painful.
Sure.
As. Okay. Well, this is going to be hilarious.
And painful.
Okay, so you lower yourself down.
I can see the roll result. There's a pop-up there that can go away. How much was it?
I'll tell you what happens, and I think you'll know. You'll lower yourself down 5 feet, and then Emaírel, holding on to the readies his spear, and takes a second to position himself, and then he lets go with the other hand, holds onto it here. He pushes himself off the ladder to get some nice momentum going, and pushes too hard, and actually catapults himself over the Mongol man's head, and he lands on the floor, prone. I'll give you another acrobatics to maybe turn that into non-lethal as you hit the ground. But seeing your modifier, I think I'm gonna roll. 6 points of non-lethal of damage as you hit the ground hard, holding your spear.
Legolas, he is not.
Nope.
Yeah.
I do like the creativity though. Evelyn.
I think maybe she hears some sort of exclamation from Emaírel as he falls, and she's like,
kind of a Wilhelm
great.
scream.
She's gonna have to step in at least to try and see what's happening.
Just a tactical repositioning.
Wow, I really can't see anything. 5'10". In here, 15. Okay. But there's no one on the platform with her?
No.
Not yet.
Can she actually see the mongrelman that's at the bottom of the ladder?
No, not on this spot. Not from here.
Can she see Emaírel?
He's prone. Well, maybe you see his spear poke up.
Okay.
Just barely maybe see him.
She sees Emaírel on the ground and 10 mongrel men.
Most of which are still busily working on the vat. So.
She's gonna step closer to try and see better what's happening with Emaírel. I think as she does so, she's gonna see the mongrelman on the ground right next to him, and she's just going to shout down at it. Yeah, I don't know. She's gonna keep it real simple. She's got her wands out. She points one wand at him, and she shouts, "Leave this place or perish!" That's it. So,
All right. Is that like directed at any particular one, or just more like a
Oh no, I
dazzling
mean,
display?
she can't dazzling display, so
Okay, so
she's just doing it at that one on the right next to Emaírel. She's
Okay.
shouting at him.
okay. Well, he looks up at Evelyn. She's backlit by the dancing lights.
Speaking of dancing lights,
Yeah,
where are they?
looks like they disappeared. Should work now, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so she's backlit by the flickering dancing lights, holding the wand, and yelling at him. Quite the sight, and does seem to intimidate him. Doctor.
Okay, doctor. At this point, a dog will appear, very healthy looking and with shiny
Oh, right,
fur.
the dog.
Yeah, like with wagging tail. Yep. It supposedly should immediately attack my enemies, but if I'm not mistaken, there are no enemies on the ledge at the moment, right?
Correct.
Well, then I guess it will have to find some at the end of the round eventually. Meanwhile, Doctor himself, he still, I believe, has liquid ice in his hand, so he will measure the distance and try to toss liquid ice right about in this guy. While he would also wonder if that would freeze the acid that he is in. It's unlikely because it's probably boiling.
Wow. Okay, so you add some ice to the mix, lobbing it over the dog past Evelyn. And hitting him square on the head. 6 points of cold damage. There is, of course, some funny reaction. There are some bubbles and some foam that bubbles up as the liquid ice mixes with the acid. But again, the proportions are just not enough to make anything unstable or anything more interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Geier.
yeah, as a move action, he will pull out Alchemist Fire.
Okay. Geier.
Geier.
Doesn't the dog get to act too?
Well,
What?
dog doesn't have an enemy at the moment. It can, I suppose, it can run and jump to run past Evelyn and jump to Emaírel to alleviate his moral trauma by wagging its tail at him. And well,
I didn't know you had summon service animal, but
well, you never know where Dr. Arronax got this dog, right?
that's true. Yep. Oh man, did he steal a dog from a blind
Where did he
person?
get the dog? Oh.
Probably did.
You'll
Wouldn't put it past him.
I'm sure he did.
You'll never know.
God.
It makes it so much worse when it isn't just magically summoning a creature from some other plane of existence. It's you had to go kidnap the dog and stuff it in a bottle.
Yeah. It's true. Alright.
My
Geier.
turn. Okay. Geier will Let me just confirm the distance. Yeah, all good. So he goes like, "You see, Yorick, this is why my plan would have been better, but now they've made a right mess of it, and you have creatures like this making goddamn ruckus." Oh, no, that's wrong spell, sorry. Daze. It was Daze.
You daze the creature in the vat.
Yes. As I'm
Poor
pointing
guy.
and cursing at it.
Okay, that's a will save. At least that's not its worst. Oh boy, yeah. Well, its will is certainly broken, and now he's dazed. So
Yeah. Takes no actions.
he basically just lets go and goes boom as he goes under.
We're kind of really evil today, right? You know, right?
Ah man, that was well. Okay, so the Mongol man in front of Emaírel, who's shaken, is using the opportunity to squeeze past Emaírel, and he kind of turns his back, or turns towards Evelyn, walking backwards, and he says, "Oh, you don't know what you got yourself into. Oh no, they'll be right here. They'll be right here." And he makes his way over to the door, which his buddy has by now opened, and runs through. Okay. Okay, those guys are all gone. Yeah, see that all or
What?
are
You broke up.
Yeah.
okay. See, these guys see that all of the enforcers are running away or taking an acid bath, so they look at each other, look at you, and they throw away their sticks and tools, and they start making their way towards the ladders to get to the ground floor.
So they're all below us, right? They're like in a sub level.
Now they are all below you. This one has already started out below you, and is
I think they're on the same. The platforms are the same level are where Evelyn has.
yeah. But now they've all climbed down the
Yeah,
ladders.
to
and
leave through the door. Okay.
Yes, exactly, because the door is at the basement level.
So there's no other platform at the same level that Evelyn's currently standing. It's
No,
she has to like go down and then climb up
Yes,
somewhere else.
Exactly. The
Okay.
ground floor level is only the planks and the platform. If she wanted to balance on the edge of the vat in front of her, she could do that.
Okay, no.
Okay, so the Mongol man that is taking the acid bath is dazed and is taking serious damage from this. Can't help himself to get out of there, so that's that. Emaírel, another fortitude save. You're lying on the floor, holding onto your spear. Maybe it's the hit you just took, or maybe it's even worse down here with all the thick vapors coming down and getting even more intense down here, but you're nauseated. So you only can do a move action.
Oh, okay. Well, move action will be to stand up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Evelyn, a fortitude save.
Oh, yeah, as she takes in a deep breath of this, her eyes are gonna water, and she's gonna quickly fish out like a little like satchel of like potpourri or something that most noble women probably carry, and kind of hold it to her mouth to breathe, but it's probably not gonna help much.
Most noble women carry around potpourri.
Yeah, it's like a thing. Whenever you're around bad smells and stuff, like you hold it up to your mouth so you don't have to smell horse shit or whatever it is.
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure.
It's just like a little satchel.
Oh.
My sister once brought a date home, and he was nervous and started eating the potpourri, thinking it was a snack.
Seriously?
Oh boy.
No.
Oh man, did he compliment on it too?
Nice chips.
Yeah, really good roast chips.
He made a bit like
Fancy.
these chips are a bit weird, and my
That's
brother
pretty
and I was
gross.
just laughing.
So everybody
Oh.
laughed, and then he just left.
Yeah, never saw him again.
Okay, 17. Yeah. Well, looks like the potpourri came at the right time.
Yeah, and then she's gonna are we still in combat?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're still in initiative, if that's.
We're still in initiative. All right. So she's gonna sheathe one wand as a move action, and then I guess she has to sheathe the other wand as another move action.
Yeah, she puts away the wands.
Okay.
And at the beginning of that round, on the gallery above, the gnome appears. Give me a second. Get things set up here. Kind of tricky with various levels, so I'm gonna try to make that work, even though I don't know how really. So he's gonna be on level 3, which is the top floor gallery. You're on level 2, which is ground floor, and 1 will be the basement. Okay.
Okay.
And he.
So he's a level up from me even.
Exactly, and 2 levels up from Emaírel. And the gallery goes all the way. Gallery goes all the way to here. Like this, basically. It's not exactly right, but good enough. Whoops.
Did you draw something?
Yeah, did you not see that? There's a black line.
Is it on the correct layer?
I think it is. Maybe it's not. No, it's not. There it is.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, God. Damn it. This goes to GM. Okay. Yeah, he shows up on the top floor, kind of leaning over the edge of that gallery, and he's holding a pretty vicious axe in his hands. A hand axe. And by the way, this is what he looks like to those of you who haven't seen him before.
It's a normal-looking gnome.
Oh.
Totally normal. And he looks down and he yaps, "I thought I told you we don't need any new customers. But maybe we'll just ship you out as product." And he throws an axe at Evelyn.
What's the range increment on a throwing axe? That doesn't matter.
Yeah, at 10 it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the axe goes wide and chunk lands in the wall. And now it's the doctor's turn.
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
Not Geier? Wait.
No, you're before me.
Ah, okay. He wasn't in the. Okay. In that case, the puppy will start barking at this guy, and let me see. Can it actually climb down the ladder?
Nope. It could It could jump, but 15 feet is probably too far for it to try to make that jump.
Opposable thumbs.
Well, it actually has +9 for jumping.
Yeah, but it's jumping down.
That's
I
not
don't
jumping,
think-
that's falling.
Yeah.
Well, maybe about sticking the landing though.
Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
Yeah, but it's still a regular dog, and
Oh, so it's somewhat augmented, and it has, well, it has +4 strength, or so, I think. Although acrobatics is for dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I guess its life would be short and very blissful. Since, well, yeah, I guess it will only have to bark at the gnome in that case, and perform, well, intimidate, I suppose.
It's gonna intimidate him.
Yeah, it will. It doesn't have the skill for it, but it has charisma of
so it's just gonna
it has
growl at him.
yeah, it has charisma of 6, so
Sure.
it will try
Roll
to
for it.
Charisma of 6 is -3
Minus
or
2.
-4? -2.
-2. Yeah, he growls, but the gnome just laughs it off.
Okay. And Doctor himself in this case.
I just checked, and Summon Nature's ally is dismissible. Get him out.
Well, it is dismissible, but I mean it won't do anything good then, anyway. I mean, yeah, I can just dismiss him and put him somewhere else, right?
You could dismiss him and then cast another spell.
Oh, I don't have any other spells. That was my last.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's why spell economy is important.
Yeah, in this case, Dr. Arronax will try to move in himself. That would be 5 feet and move down. That, I suppose that would be the rest of the move, right?
Yes. That'll be that. Gaia?
Geier, seeing Arronax move, will limp towards the entrance, his shovel clinking every step of the way. And... oh dear, I should not have come in here.
You're standing on a dog.
That's why.
Oh shit, I did not see the dog. I can't stand there, can I?
Nope. There's a dog.
Okay, so as I try to go in, it's like, Arronax, is this mutt yours? Get your filthy animals out of here.
Oh, it is now. No.
That I already moved.
It will be gone soon. Don't worry about him. Let him enjoy his life in peace.
Okay, and from where he's standing, Geier will ready Acid Splash. In case the gnome he heard steps into view. Because I do not want to go in there.
Okay. And what's the trigger for your ready action?
If I see the gnome that I heard,
Okay.
that's going to be.
Right. Okay, let's see. That Mongolman is also gonna. Whoops. And this one is gonna keep on running. And the rest of them, they're all kind of making a run for it, chasing out of the room. And then it's Emaírel's turn.
Does it feel that the air is worse down here than
Right. Not really, but I'll need.
You got out, but I imagine fortitude save.
Yes, another fortitude save, please. Okay. Well, the air is just as bad down here as it is there. But yeah, you're starting to get used to it.
Still nauseated?
No.
Okay. Okay. So from here to here is like 15 feet up or 10 feet up.
It's 10. Wait, let me see. So the stone platform is 15 feet above the floor. The ceiling is another 20 feet above ground level. Yeah, 15 feet up seems about right.
Okay, so from the bottom floor, it would be like 30 feet to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he's gonna start moving. So he spent 15 feet on the ground, and I guess he'll only have enough to move climbing his half speed, so only 5 feet, I guess, up.
Okay.
Okay, and then second move, 15, so a total of 20 feet up,
Okay.
and that's it.
So that means you're basically on the second level, roughly.
Yeah.
And on the ladder, okay. Evelyn, next to you in the vat, the body of the Mongolman bobs up and sinks down again, still hissing and burning to death.
Okay. Evelyn's gonna give a quick glance at that axe that went flying past her. Does it look special in any way?
It does look quite well made. There might be something special about it, yeah.
Do I have to make a fortitude save?
Yes, sorry.
Whew, okay. This is not a good place for a fight, guys. I don't know about you, but this is a really bad place for a fight.
See, that's why I'm standing outside.
Yeah, well,
We could draw him out. No, metagaming, sorry.
I've been talking about using that other entrance, but nobody wanted to do it. Okay. Evelyn's gonna pick up the axe. That's a move action, I guess. And she's gonna. How far down is the ladder? How far down do you have to climb to the basement floor?
15.
So if she climbs down, she can just get to the bottom, but then she'd be in Arronax's square. So I guess she can't do that.
Well, you can chain two moves together, I guess.
But I use the move action to pick up the axe.
Oh, right.
I guess she'll start climbing down the ladder and pause there, waiting for Arronax to move.
Okay. Alright. The gnome giggles and moves over here. And then holds one of his hand axes over the edge. Almost within reach of Emaírel. And then you see his scarred face as he leans over and he smiles at you, Emaírel. And he says, "Cook!" And drops his hand axe, basically attacking you. Don't forget, while you're climbing, you're actually flat-footed.
That does not beat.
But that does still not hit you, so it just falls down next to you. he goes, "Aw, bummer."
So,
Wait.
huh?
From the gallery over here comes a voice as it says, "Grinds, my dear friend and colleague, I've told you numerous times you need to take your time with things." And a creature draws your attention, standing there, almost entirely without anything on its naked skin. Or, in fact, skin is the wrong word because all you see is muscle tissue, almost as if he had been skinned himself. And he stands there entirely naked, except for a little belt with some pouches on it that he must have flung around his waist moments ago. And he seems very, very sure of himself as he takes the stage up there on the gallery. And as he chides his colleague to take his time, he very deliberately starts to fumble with the various pouches and kind of mixes something together, and then almost offhandedly flicks it towards Emaírel.
So,
And what's your touch AC? Flat-footed touch AC is probably 10.
Flat-footed and touch. So, yeah.
And it goes boom!
Yeah.
And burns you for 17 points of damage.
Does he get a
And-
save?
No, because the save only applies to splash damage. As the bomb explodes, and the blast is interestingly shaped as it goes all around Emaírel and up the ladder, but it stops just right in front of Grind is his name. "See, my friend, that's how it's done." Doctor.
okay. Doctor. Uh-huh. So, this person is within 30 feet or 20 feet up?
From down there, it's like 40 feet up. Oh, okay. Emaírel falls unconscious, which means he lets go of the ladder, falling backwards. There's like a 20% chance that you'll actually fall into the vat. Give me a D100. Rolling low is bad.
You've rolled more D100s in this game than in the whole campaign.
But you managed to bounce off the side of the vat, and instead you just hit the floor, which still means you take, oh man, 6 points of damage as your unconscious body hits the floor right next to the doctor. You hear some rib break.
This is very not good bad place to fight.
Oh, and I also needed a fortitude save from the doctor. Sorry.
I have +2 against poison, if it matters.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep, you do, and you know these smells. It's basically the smell of breakfast.
Yeah, and I still have the alchemist fire in my hand, so Doctor will try to toss it upstairs, even with a horrendous range penalty.
Where exactly are you trying to throw that?
Up.
Yeah, where? At
No,
who?
It's the
Because you can't see him.
Well, then I would target the intersection somewhere upstairs.
Okay, so you basically try to hit the edge of the balcony there.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
Um.
maybe the wall behind him, like this. It seems to be more plausible.
Okay, so that's 30 feet up, which is 3 range increments minus, yeah, but still well within what's possible. Okay, so it goes off. He gets a reflex. Oh no, it's an alchemist fire, so he just gets a whole point of damage.
5 points of damage. Because I'm an alchemist.
Okay. 5 points of damage. Kaboom. Geier.
I mean, I guess there's no putting it off. Have to step in. Ah, that damn dog is still there.
Technically, I'm on the ladder, so that platform's free.
Oh, okay. So if Geier can just gonna sneak in the door and take a peek and assess the shit situation we've gotten ourselves into. And he will look at the skin creature and he starts out of one of his pockets. Geier takes out this little marionette kind of thing and starts playing with him as it mutters and stares at the flesh creature, and will do Bone Shaker. Ah, shit! It's for undead creatures again.
It's a living creature.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
think
living
phase
creature
living.
within its flesh, causing a grievous harm. Yep.
Okay, a living creature has its skeleton rattle within its flesh, causing
Yes.
take 36 points of damage plus 1d6 additional points of damage per 2 caster levels you have. What's your caster level right now?
My caster level is. What is my caster level?
5.
It's level 2, I think. That's my highest level spells.
No, the
No.
caster level is your spellcasting class.
You're a 5 level sorcerer, so your caster level is 5, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets a fortitude save. It's pretty high modifier. And makes it. Is it fortitude for half? Yeah, half damage and negates the movement.
Does he save?
Yes, he did.
Oh shit!
Well, it may still do quite some damage because it's 3d6 plus 1 per 2, so that's 5d6.
5.
And but does that mean I can still move the target 5 feet?
No,
No.
successful saving throw
Yeah.
halves the damage. So
negates
it's
the movement.
still 12 points of damage. It's not too bad.
Damn, that was a good roll.
Yeah. So you see him up there, and his laughter turns into a surprised
Yes.
as he starts to shake a little bit.
Skeleton starts moving underneath him.
Yeah, and you can really see it, like with his muscle tissue bare like this. You can almost see the bones move underneath. But it's just a slight rattle. He seems to be mostly in control of it. And then he looks at Geier with his yellow eye. Nice try.
Yeah, does those
you
guys
next
need to make a fortitude save standing there?
What?
Are those guys need to make a fortitude saves standing in the no?
For what?
Huh?
No. No, no. Emaírel, roll to stabilize.
Yep.
And you lose another hit point.
What are you at?
-8.
What's your con?
14, yeah.
Okay.
Think you put your hit points in wrong way accidentally.
Yeah, I don't know how to set it to minus because it will.
Yeah, I know you have to just hit +7 now.
Okay. Yeah.
Evelyn.
All right, I'm gonna get metagamey for a second because this could get really, really ugly. Like this could kill all of us. Geier, do you have more spells up your sleeve?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, not that many, but that's why I had just been casting cantrips up until now.
Okay. All right. We're actually gonna do this. We're all gonna die, but why not? I'll make my fortitude save. Whew, oh my god. I can't believe none of us have failed that yet. Oh, except for Emaírel. Alright, so last 5 feet of movement down the ladder, which is 10 feet. So is this like a suspended platform above me? Can I walk under it, or is it like just a stone ledge?
No, it's a like a balcony, yeah.
So I can walk under it?
Yes.
Okay. And it's solid, right?
Yes.
Okay. Evelyn's going to stand behind everything and under this platform, and she's going to can she draw a wand as part of her movement, or does that not count because it has to be a weapon?
I'll let you do it.
Okay. Draw out the wand of cure light wounds, and she's gonna tap Emaírel.
Because I mean, she essentially wears them like weapons. So
Yeah, she's got to have them.
she habitually uses them. So I would think that it's basically like using a weapon for her.
Six points of healing for Emaírel, which still doesn't even put him to conscious.
At least he's single.
Does she have line of sight to Skinless Man?
No, too far up.
Does he have line of sight to her?
Probably. Looking down.
Wait, so he can see her, but she can't see him?
Yeah, because he can. He calculates his line of sight from his corner because he can lean over. But if you want to see him,
even with this big old vat.
I mean, imagine somebody is standing way up above you, 40 feet above you. They'd easily be able to peek over and see you. But
okay.
But you would only be able to see them when they actually lean over and want to be seen.
Okay. That's my turn then.
Grine gleefully lops another axe at the doctor. Chunk, 2 points of damage. And I'll need a fortitude save.
How many of these does he have?
Too many.
Nice save. Yeah, so you pull out the axe with 2 points of damage. I guess it's more like a grazing blow. And that's that. Vorstag, Geier, from where you are, from him can probably still see him, and he has locked eyes with you as
Oh,
he once again very deliberately, almost showing each ingredient to you for like a little short amount of time, mixes it together, and then throws it over your way. What's your touch AC?
my touch AC is 12.
2,
12.
It's close.
12.
What's his range increment? 10 or 20?
20.
I keep forgetting that. Is it 20?
Well, my
If he's an alchemist, I think
Oh,
it's
there
20.
it is. Yeah, range of 20 feet. Use the throw weapon.
Damn, he just hits.
Wait.
No. If 20, he actually misses, I think. That's
No, wait. They don't have a range increment of 20 feet. They have a range of. So
Oh.
he can't actually throw a bomb that far.
I mean, he can try.
No.
Wait, what is the range?
The range is 20 feet.
So I guess he could have hit Emaírel still, though. Yeah, it's 20 feet in a straight line.
Yeah, and he was climbing up, so kind of.
Yeah.
Well, that would make Emaírel a little bit farther away than 20.
Yeah, but he's below him, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? I'll comp the sneak attack damage because he would have to like lob it so that it would, ballistically get to you. And that doesn't seem like something where he would be able to apply his sneak attack damage because he can't really choose how to hit you. He just has to hope that it hits you on its way down. That's only 2 points, but
That's enough to say he's at 0 right now.
Yep.
yeah. Okay, but since he can't get to Geier, but like what you did to him, okay, so instead of putting a bomb together, he gets something, a small vial out of one of his pouches, and he holds it and holds it out towards you, and he says, shakes it a little bit, and says, "Oh, you wait. Oh, you just wait. Just be patient. I'll be right down."
Oh, I'm a
Downs-
gravedigger. Waiting is what I do.
Downs
For
it,
the dead.
and he starts to blur. His shape starts to
Jesus Christ.
blur entirely, a blink out, or just become very out of focus and hard to pinpoint.
But is he hard to pinpoint or invisible?
He's blurred, so he gets concealment.
20%, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he moves. Boom, 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 boom. A little over here. Doctor.
At which level?
What was that?
He's at which level?
Still at the top level.
Okay.
Okay, so he just moved. He didn't climb down. Okay.
Meanwhile, then, Doctor will make a tactical decision to also conceal himself under the ledge, but he's still within reach of Emaírel, so he will use his move action to ruffle through his bag, and he will find his last Cure Light Wounds potion that he happens to have in his inventory, but no longer, and he will administer it to Emaírel. Can I do that?
I did not keep track of your actions. I think you know what.
I guess it's just move to retrieve and standard to force someone else to drink.
Oh no! Forcing a potion is a full round action, but you can start doing that as a. and then finish it as a standard next round.
Well, let's do that.
Or if you want, you can just leave it. Just leave it here, and keep doing whatever you're doing.
You mean?
If you have anything else to do.
Well, I mean, the best thing to do would be to revive Emaírel, so he would. Well,
Well, I think at 0, Emaírel is back to conscious and staggered,
That's correct.
well, in that case,
so he could take a standard action on his turn to just bring whatever you pull.
okay. In that case, we will do that. And well, as his other action, he will well shove it into his hand, basically.
Okay, so you pass him the potion, put it in his hand.
And he will, and at this point, a doctor will also hide under the ledge.
Okay, and I think both of your spell effects are gone, if I interpret those numbers correctly.
No, I mean 47. That would be my cast grace, which works for 5 minutes, meaning it's 50 rounds. But
Oh, I see.
But the puppy will probably crumble next round.
Gaia.
I'm sad.
Oh.
Again, I wasn't muted. Shit. Okay, so one question. So Bone Shaker, it's not actually an attack roll. So if he's concealed, does that still apply?
That doesn't help.
Concealment doesn't help.
No. Only total concealment would. But where he is right now, you don't have sight to, because he's way higher than you are.
Ah, shit. Oh, and also the little gnome guy is high, huh? That means I have to climb up.
Or move over here or somewhere, so that you know the line of sight becomes less direct, less sloped.
Grumbling at his bird squawking at his side.
Wait, how did you get down there?
I have to climb down. Couldn't all see all this from the outside.
Basically, this is the same level, but you have to like walk on the edge of the.
Yeah, no, Geier is not doing that. Geier is climbing up.
Can't climb up. There's no.
Ah, shit. Where can I go?
So basically, you can only go down to this level.
Yeah, but then I still don't see them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Geier's not walking on the edge of a vat, not with his bad leg and using a shovel as a...
I would think, though, that if you move, so they are 40 feet up, to keep it simple, and that may not be the correct physics way, but I'd say if you get 40 feet away from them, then you would start being able to see them from the ground floor. So,
yeah. So, Geier will climb down and try to get line of sight from the ground floor.
Okay, so move action to climb down.
Yep.
And
how far can I move with that one move action?
I think, well, you barely make it down the ladder with that. And then the second move action gets you over here, and that's where you get line of sight.
Alright.
You're down on first floor, so is Emaírel. Okay, Emaírel, your turn.
So you take the potion that was Cure Light, right?
Correct?
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
Would he regain his move action this round? Or I don't know how that would work.
What do you mean regain his move action?
Because basically right now he's staggered. At 0 hit points you're staggered. So
Oh yeah, but as soon as you're not at 0 hit points, you're no longer staggered.
Okay, so he has a move action right now.
Yes.
Okay. But what's the speed when crawling? Half or quarter?
Full round for 5 feet.
Full round for 5 feet, okay. I guess he'll take his move action to stand up.
And you probably
Okay.
can 5 feet, right? Make a step.
That's true.
Oh, right. and then he will step under the ledge.
So everybody's taking cover
Well, yeah.
under that ledge, lining up nicely. Evelyn.
Evelyn's going to use the Cure Light Wounds again. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Let's do this right. Pass my Fortitude save.
Oh, right.
Oh, what is the UMD? Did I fail it?
It's
I
20.
just failed it.
For 1d, add 20.
Okay, so I lose a charge from the wand and I don't use it successfully.
No, I don't think you lose a charge. You just fail to activate.
Oh.
Let me see, just so we get this right, because it's going to come up a lot. Because there's something about 5 or more.
For UMD, it's on a natural 1. For a 1, on a natural 1, you can't use it for 24 hours.
Okay. So, yeah, it explicitly says failing the roll does not expend a charge.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Shoot. Well, that didn't help. I guess I'm really just all I'm really good for is being a heal bot right now, and a really crappy one at that. So I'm going to move. I'm just going to squeeze past Emaírel and get on the other side of him. And I can't grab my token right now because it's under grinds, but I want to be here. There.
Okay. Alright. Grinds. Curses a little bit. Give me a second. You know. And he says, I don't know. That guy seems like they're getting away. And he starts climbing down the ladder and makes it all the way down to the bottom with both of his move actions.
Provoke?
Emaírel.
Emaírel will threaten 10 feet
Yeah,
up in the
yeah.
air.
Then he provokes.
All right. Emaírel will try to trip him to help him down.
Well, but he's holding on to the ladder. That's going to give him a little small bonus on his CMD, and that's to hold on. But he'll climb further down nonetheless. Okay, Vorkstag up there says, well, my dear colleague, just don't be so hasty. Which one should I wear tonight, you'd think? That scrawny orc over there? The fine lady? Or that pretty little elf?
I don't think my skin will fit you. It's very itchy, even for me.
And he downs another extract. To no visible effect. Doctor.
Okay, Doctor. Well, the puppy will be very sad. He will squeal upstairs, and well, the wind from the door will suddenly whisk him away. Like a pile of dust. But some doctor himself, he would step away from the crazy gnome just a little bit. He will take well, unfortunately he can't target him directly because he will hit Emaәрel. So he will once again target the vat right behind him, and he will well, he will fling an alchemist fire at him.
At him directly.
No, at let me see. I mean, the creatures. If I hit him directly, creatures would still get splash damage, right?
Yep. Everyone around is square.
Yeah, we can.
Didn't you get didn't you get something, or does that apply to bombs only?
Simon, can I apply my precise bombing to alchemist fire?
If it says that it applies to splash weapons, yes. If it says it applies to your bombs, then no. Given that it's called precise bombs, I would assume, yeah, it's
well,
only
not
applies to
affected
bombs.
by splash damage from my bombs. So it's if we go by rules as written, then yes.
Well, it's pretty clear. It's not.
So yeah, then Doctor will once again target the intersection or the square next to the gnome to get him with splash damage.
Okay. Roll to see if you roll one. Nope, you don't roll one, so it's 1 point of damage.
5 points of damage.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that.
Alchemist power.
Okay. I guess that's the benefit of the alchemist and splash weapons, because there's not actually a reflex. Geier.
Do I have Fox Tag on sight now?
Yes, you do have
He's
line
up
of
there.
sight. Yes.
Still messing with the marionette and fudging about as he's becoming sort of blurry. He still tries to shake the skeleton within him.
And once again, jerky movements at first look like your spell has full effect, but he does not seem to be as shaken by it as you would hope for. So, only 7 points of damage. Still not bad. Move action?
Yeah, I'm gonna move behind this vat and try to get at least some partial cover. Is that enough? No. Yeah.
That's safer, definitely. Emaәрel.
Okay, Emaәрel is going to take a step back and take a stab at the gnome.
Oh, not a bad stab as well. I mean, he has some cover because of the ladder and the vat next to it, but still, you basically poke right through the gap and hurt him. Ah! He screeches. Evelyn.
Evelyn's gonna try to activate the wand again on Emaírel. Fail.
Ooh, can Emaírel try to figure out what is if the gnome is really just a person?
I mean, from seeing him, sure. Knowledge local. Yeah, I mean, small and nasty. Yeah, it's probably a very vicious gnome.
Okay.
Move action for Evelyn.
How many is Arronax still good on splash weapons?
Well, I still have some. I can throw only one weapon at a round, and I have a bunch of acid. I have still liquid ice. I have only one alchemist fire, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to move. Never mind. I'm gonna stay right where I am. No move action.
Okay. Grind takes a step over here and then attacks the doctor. 12 to hit.
That thankfully does not hit me even with my normal armor, and right now
Okay,
it
then.
gets grazed.
Okay, so it's a miss. Vorkstag up there. Still too high up for his bombs, which is something he really does not like. So he slowly makes his way over here and starts climbing down the ladder. Basically, he gets down to level 2 with the second move action. Arronax.
Does he? Well, he probably doesn't provoke from Emaírel, right? Or Emaírel?
No, he's too high up.
Not yet.
Well, this is both good and not good. So now he can actually bomb us. But should we allow him? Arronax will take a step backward, and well, thankfully now he can throw Alchemist's fire directly at this person.
Mm-hmm. It's straight up hit for 6 points of damage.
Yeah, and this time this badly skinned alchemist also gets 5 points.
No, he's too high up.
No? Why not?
He's 15 feet up.
Oh, he's not up there yet. Okay.
But I wonder, Alchemist Fire does. I think that means that he needs to make a reflex save for catch up.
Yes, he will.
Such a well-known item, just still has so many questions. But that save is high enough, so he's not going to catch up fire, I'm assuming. Geier.
Geier will shuffle his way. So he has. Can I see Vorkstag from here?
Yes, you can.
Vorkstag, you skinless flesh beast! And with one last effort, he'll try to shake him with his last level 2 slot. Your skeleton is mine!
That's incredible. That was
Yes!
I didn't want to jinx it, but that's exactly the right time for that. Because now you also get to move him 5 feet.
And it's gonna be 5 feet towards that vat of misery and death for him.
So he's beach, and then he starts shaking from the hands. It starts and spreads over his body. You see his skeleton turn under his muscle before the rest of his body does as he's trying to fight it, but his muscles no longer control his skeleton.
Like a janky marionette moving erratically.
It's not Vorkstag who's in control anymore. It's Geier, at least for a second, but that's all he needs. And he goes plunk into the vat.
Yes.
Fuck.
That was my last spell.
Oh, Emaírel.
Emaírel, just a moment.
And Emaírel will wait. Will delay.
Okay. Evelyn?
Evelyn is going to move. So right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she is going to fix Grinds with her gaze.
Mm-hmm.
And as she moves, if you'll allow it, I will draw out the Wand of Inflict Wounds.
It's okay.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to move that last 5 feet. I think I have the movement to do it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I've got the movement. And I'm going to try and jab him with the Wand of Inflict minor wounds or light wounds or whatever it is.
Okay. Touch, melee touch.
Yeah, 1 second.
That's a hit. 4 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, and she's going to apply her she's going to apply her painful gaze. Is that what it is? The ability that lets her deal damage?
Painful stare.
Painful stare.
Painful stare. But because she's the one dealing the damage, it's going to, instead of it just being 2 points, it's going to be 1d6.
Okay.
So another 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Badly brutalized by that, of course.
So I guess
that smile wiped off his face.
Yeah,
Emaírel.
he won't get that reflex save to save from catching on fire, I guess.
Just before, oh, is he still on fire?
No. Well,
No.
No.
Never was.
No, yeah.
He will need to take a full round action on his next turn to avoid catching on fire.
Oh, right. But it's Emaírel coming up. Okay, so
But
at the very end of
He ain't gonna get that.
yeah. At the very end of Evelyn's turn, she's going to, as she's like jabbing him with the wand and she sees him wincing, her eyes are going to glow green and she looks at him and goes, "You're mine." Go ahead.
Emaírel is going to take a step and try to stab the gnome, this time less forceful.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make sure to land the hit.
Okay. Even though the ladder is still in the way, you skewer him for 7 points. And he goes down.
And as his body starts to slacken, Evelyn says in Necril, "Stay!" And his body doesn't quite go limp. It stays there, standing upright and just a little bit
What?
stiff.
That is not creepy at all.
That's somewhat.
And the next moment, he takes another d6 from the Alchemist fire. So that's
Damn it!
And catches on
Another
fire.
-3. And catches on fire.
No, he's on fire! Damn it!
Well, he can't make a reflex save anymore.
Hang
Well,
on,
he can, but he's probably not going to make it.
hang on.
I imagine if you want to be badass, a zombie on fire is better than just a zombie.
Yeah, but he only has so
That's
many
true.
hit points.
I mean, can you get it towards Vorkstag?
But do you have any action now? Because we're still in. So, do you have anything you can do out of order right now?
Creature gains a number of temporary hit points equal to 2 times the Spirit Walker's class level, so it has 10 hit points.
Oh, I see.
And continues to act as though it were alive and conscious until it loses those temporary hit points.
Okay, so he went down to -3, then he got the 10 temporary hit points from you,
Okay.
and then he took another 3 from the fire damage. So right now at 7 temporary hit points and on fire.
Okay.
I don't know.
Actually, he receives a will saving throw. Give him a will saving throw with the -2 from Evelyn.
14.
No, that's a fail.
Okay.
Um,
So he is conscious?
it
Kind
says
of
I
alive?
control him as if using dominate person, and he acts as though conscious and alive.
Okay, so he's upright, but has kind of an empty stare, and his face probably still has the same expression that it had when Emaírel skewered him,
Okay, and he's just burning.
and he's on fire.
Okay, so he's under my control as though dominated.
Okay, so on your turn,
So I have to
Mhm.
wait until my turn?
yeah.
Okay.
Vorkstag is going to get burnt by the bleach, and you can hear him struggle and scream as he gets
I
burnt.
bet he wishes he had skin now.
Then he has to make a fortitude save to avoid being blinded, which he makes, and then he can use one climb check to try and get out, fails, and another climb check to try and get out, fails again, so he continues to struggle in that vat. Arronax.
So, how high up are those vats? I mean, how
Let him
tall are
drown.
15 feet. Roundabout.
they? Okay. Well, then Doctor will try to. He doesn't really want to approach this creepy, not really dead gnome, but well, there is no real other way. Emaírel seems to have skewered him very well, so he will trust his friends, and he will try to freeze the vat with liquid ice by tossing the vial right inside, targeting an intersection again. Well, unfortunately, it's not 10. It should be 5.
Okay. Geier.
Geier will start laughing as he manages to get him over the vat, and the laughter turns into a fit of cough. And he just kind of like tries to shamble back up. He uses his 2 movements to get back up.
All right. Back on the second floor, basically. Second
Exactly.
level.
Laughing
Okay.
at... Sorry.
Evelyn.
Okay. She's going to look at this burning gnome in front of her, and she's going to say, oh fuck.
Lady.
Oh fuck. No. She's gonna say, she's just gonna look at him and go, "Are you and Vorkstag?" And she's speaking all this in Necrol to him. She goes, "Are you and Vorkstag responsible for the murders at crap? What are they called? Sanctuary and what's the first place? The first place we went to?
Not Murast. The backwaters village was called
Yeah,
No, there was Morast.
Murast.
that was Marist. So she's just gonna
Bergstag
say,
was the second one.
yeah. So she's gonna say that to him. Are you and Vorkstag responsible? Or sorry, are you and Vorkstag responsible for the murders at Sanctuary and Morast?
In Necrol, you're saying that?
Oh, you know what? No, she's not gonna say this in Necrol. She's gonna say it in Common because it's a telepathic
She's a
link
lady.
technically. But
Oh,
she's
it's a
gonna,
telepathic link. Okay.
yeah. But you still have to use common language, so she's
And
doing
does-
it in Common.
is he required to respond truthfully?
He's
or...
dominated by me.
Oh, he's
so
dominated. Okay.
He's
Okay.
dominated.
Well,
Yeah.
Technically, if he is dominated, wouldn't he tell you what you want to hear?
I want to hear the truth from him, so he will tell me the truth.
Okay. So through your telepathic link, he says, "It was him." It was all
I want him to speak it out loud.
Okay. So with his blank stare, the blank stare on his face, his mouth starts moving, and he says, "It was him. It was all him. I was just a bystander. He did all of it."
Okay, and she's gonna ask one more question. Where is the Shambler?
It's upstairs in his closet.
Okay. And as he finishes saying that, he's gonna fall limp because her ability only lasts for 2 rounds, and apparently the first round is wasted because I can't do anything with it.
And he falls down, still on fire. Yeah, I think we can hasten this by just assuming that Vorkstag has to roll a 20 on his climb check to get out.
And Emaírel would go to the platform and ensure that he.
Just kind of push him
Just
back.
take the butt of the spear and just keep poking him in.
No. You stay in the bleach. Nope, you stay in there. Still a little red. Yep. Okay. So that's the end of Vorkstag and Grinds. It's just to wrap things up, because I think Karnas is about to fail his will save. You make your way upstairs, up on the gallery, and then into their living quarters. And Emaírel guides you to the place where you saw him try on these different skins, and he opens the closet for you, and beyond the door, there's the closet holds just a single object, a large oak cabinet filled with skins, empty sacks of flesh,
Oh.
countless of them, and all of them look like they're male, female, all sorts of people. But one is most prominently displayed, hanging at the front, a grotesque, deformed skin of an 8-foot-tall mongrel man, made up of flesh, fur, and scales, and covered with fungal boils and hideous pus-filled eruptions.
So Vorkstag was disguising himself as the Shambler to go on killing sprees?
So, and there was
And to collect more skins, I guess?
Well, that's what we will tell to the
Seems
court,
like
I
it.
suppose.
God.
There was, I think, Emaírel saw another object of interest. You said, yeah, you see the jar with like shoulders and a head.
Oh, that was in the other room. I think. Was it?
I can't remember which one, but he want to check it out.
Okay, let me see. Oh, Frida is making sounds. I'm gonna have to go check on her real quick.
That was a fight.
Yep.
That was a spell that really turned the tide.
Gee, that was the
Holy shit.
last attempt I had.
It did not turn the tide, it ended the fight.
It ended the fight. Holy shit.
Shush, that was good.
Well, I mean, well, now Dr. Arronax will get a portrait himself. That's...
Wow.
So, do we have time to use this information in our favor? And
Well, it is the middle of the night, so we will be very tired tomorrow, but we can do that, I suppose.
I mean, we're already fatigued as it is, but that doesn't.
Okay, so there's the bell jar. No, wait. Under the walls of light with shelves, strange-looking objects. Blah, 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 blah. No, that's not that. Where did I say that the bell jar was? Oh no, yep, you're right. Huh? I remember it's using the word bell jar, but I can't find it in the descriptions of those rooms. We'll just have to put a pin in it for now. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, at one point I thought that Dr. Arronax was supposed to be, you know, to abhor murder. Like, he didn't really kill anyone before. But basically, fuck that gnome, okay? I suppose after getting an axe thrown at him, he will make an exception.
Okay, so first of all, Emaírel deserves a draw from the hero deck for the big first couple of rounds, and especially
Yeah, he was carrying the fight the whole beginning.
door to the face one was also pretty good. So I'll deal a card to Emaírel, and obviously Geier,
Yep.
more than deserved.
Yes.
1 for getting a bad save out of him at just the right time.
Oh, there was a last move. Awesome.
There you go. Feel free to let us know what you got.
I'm trying to remember which one I. Oh, okay, no. So I got the forge, suit of hammers.
That makes sense because you kind of hammered him in the face with the door.
No, I didn't get a new one.
You didn't get a
You're-
new one? You did.
You were
get a
fighting
new
the
one.
workers. Made sense.
Yeah.
Alejandro, you definitely got a new one. You had 2, now you have 3.
Oh, I thought I had 3 already because I
No.
had the owl, the empty throne. Oh, yeah, this one I didn't have anymore. Yep. I confused it with. Yep. Never mind.
So the paladin is new?
Yep. The paladin with the hammer shield.
Well, I guess a paladin is a protector and a savior and a champion. He's just there at the right time, in the right place. Makes
Does
perfect
Geier
sense.
does Geier feel like a paladin for that move?
Not really. It just feels like somebody who used the skeleton of a living creature as a marionette in a very creepy way.
That was fantastic.
Pure balance.
A skinless marionette just like toppling over into a pit of death.
I can't believe how that came together. He being in that spot at that elevation too, because only at that, level 2 could he have fallen into the vat, and then failing his save so spectacularly. As just those are the moments we play this game for.
Yeah.
I think we made up for our horrible gameplay last session.
Although it was starting to look like this one might go bad too.
Yes,
Yeah, it definitely was.
it absolutely was, and I think you're kind of lucky that he didn't make it down, because he would have started throwing bombs around, and Grind was getting in position, because once you look at his body, you'll see that he has an holy symbol of Norgober, so he would have started channeling negative energy.
Hey,
Ooh.
that's okay.
So,
I mean, oh no.
oh, you're right. That would have actually been interesting. But yeah, there's only so much healing that would do you any good,
Besides,
and there would definitely be a lot of damage for everyone else.
Besides, I think he can channel to harm living creatures, so channeling to harm won't actually heal anyone.
Yes, you're right. It's like with undead. You have to choose whether you want to harm or heal. I keep forgetting that, but you're right. Yeah, so between his channel negative energy and Stack's bombs, that could have turned into a really bad
we would
encounter.
really wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ladders are dangerous, but they work two ways.
Yep. I like that they refrained from giving them, things to ways to overcome all of that.
Well, they were immune to the fumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so were you after the first few rounds, because I just forgot asking you for more time.
Yeah, true. That could have made things very bad.
Yeah, but we can also explain that away by saying that your characters just started to adjust their shirt or something to put something in front of their noses, because it even calls that out in the descriptions of the room, that if you breathe through some sort of filter, such as a scarf or one of the Mongol men's masks, you don't have to make a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the whole holding the little bag of potpourri thing up does actually do something.
Yeah, I mean that's not a filter. That's like using Febreze to clean yourself.
Well, I mean it's like if you look it up, usually they're like wrapped up in a satchel and stuff, so you're like still breathing. I mean, yeah, it's not the same as a mask if you're saying that's what it needs. But
I'm surprised you don't know this, Simon, because one of the first things I learned when I moved here to Europe was, carry a bottle of Bix Vaporub with you. Because if you're in a train or something with somebody super stinky, just put a bit of Big Vaporub on your nose and you're done.
I don't know that. I know a guy who worked in pathology who would do that when he would deal with dead bodies, that he would put this Big Vaporub on his lip.
I've met some people on the train that smell worse than dead bodies. So
it's a really good idea to do that. I guess I should start doing that too.
I mean, I saw that in movies, that like people who work with bodies all put a finger under their nose. But when you met some people on the bus, you just you have to endure it. It's kind of
no, you don't have to.
I mean, you don't have to breathe.
You shouldn't. Not if you can help it.
That's a choice.
It's not like they're dogs. It's not like they've worked on that smell and they're proud of it, and they're probably just unaware of it.
Oh my god.
Oh, so what are we gonna do tomorrow? I mean, game-wise.
Well, tomorrow, unfortunately, I have Return of the Rune Lords.
No, I don't mean like in real life. I mean game-wise, because it's late in the evening, and We still have a beast to acquit.
Well, I guess we can start by bringing a guard to collect the evidence and have it secured. Then we can think of... I don't think we really need to think of arguments. Like, we got the culprits and have a confession.
I mean, we still kind of did some breaking and entering and murder around here, so it might not be the simplest thing to be like, hey guards, we caught the culprits. Oh, we killed some mongrel men and also killed the culprits.
Yeah, like you should definitely think about construing probable cause at least. Giving you a reason to break in.
And homunculus started, running out. We went in to investigate, and
yeah, I mean, we just say that we heard screams of help inside, so we just had to interfere.
Yeah,
is that like what always been doing?
Who exactly would have screamed for help?
Well, it doesn't important. They escaped.
Well,
I mean, we got to be careful here, because if we start just bold-faced lying to the judges,
yes,
and they choose to put a zone of truth on us, we're going to be in trouble. So we got to get a little wiser than that.
We had like probable cause in the form of the tools and the bottle of bleach in two separate places that all point to the same to both Rockstack and Ground.
Where did we find the bottle of bleach? The first in Marest, was it? Where was that bottle of bleach?
Marest was the tools, and the bottle was
the
tools.
Sanctuary. The bottle was okay. Yeah, but we still broke in, even with good reason. We're still just lawyers. We're not,
Is the two wrongs make a right not an argument here? You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Is that not a legal argument?
It sounds very scholarly.
Yeah, I mean, it always works for Phoenix, right? So.
But I think that the absolute worst that we can be accused of is of breaking and entering. From that point on, it was just self-defense.
Yeah,